Hey, and welcome back. Another little service item I need to do. When I bought the car, it had no battery bracket. So I'm going to make one using a piece of 3mm or 8" by 25mm or 1" flat bar. Now, you notice here the mounting point for the bracket is below the top of the battery, which works well for me because I'm going to create a dog leg to go across the top, and then I'm going to create a little bracket at the back that'll clamp together, and the battery will stay in place. The first thing I need to do is take some measurements. The first measurement is from the center of the mounting hole to the front of the battery, which is about 75mm. Now, going from that point up to the top of the battery at this point, I'm not going to bend that as yet, but it looks like it's around 25mm. But I'll get the first bend done, and then I'll come back and do some more measurements. Okay, now everyone heard me say the distance I need is 75mm from the centre of the mounting hole. Mounting hole's not on the edge, is it? So first we need to measure in the distance of where we're going to put the mounting hole in the first place. Being 1", half-inch in from the edge seems like a nice round figure. I've already preset the scratch gauge. That's where our hole's going to be. Now we measure 75mm from there. That's where our bend's going to be. Mark that off with the square. While I'm at it, I'm just going to put a centre punch mark there. That's not exactly sharp, but it left a mark, that's the main thing. Alright, I'm going to head over to Bender and just see exactly what this bender can handle. Now, as I mentioned, this is 3mm flat bar. Not exactly recommended for this. The maximum recommended for this machine is 1.2mm. That's more than double. Now, here's the way I'm looking at it. If the whole length of this, 1300mm, so about 4.5 feet, if the whole length can bend 1.2mm thick metal, I can't see why 25mm can't bend 3mm. But let's give it a try and see what happens. Right, there we go there. Too much. Alright, I'll fix that out. Well, it was a little bit difficult, but it did it. Alright, so I bent that too far. So how do I get that back to 90 degrees? Quite simple, really. On the edge of the bench. I don't know if you can see there's a gap under there. Let's see if I can reposition the camera. Bear with me. Now, see back here, it probably looks like a shadow from where you're looking. But there's a rather big gap there. So getting there. It's almost there. Problem with this bench is that the top sits out further than the frame at this point. Let's try it back here. A bit too much. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, now off camera I went and drilled a hole in the end and radiused the end so it would fit into the clamp knot, into the mounting hole nicely. That goes in there. This is good. I need to move the battery to get it in. That means I got the right measurement. And I'm going to skew that bolt right down just so it holds the bracket at the right angle and the right position. So once I grab my scriber, I'll scribe a line across the back there. That tells me where I need to make the next bend. And now, again, remove. I'll go in and I'll make this bend. Alright, back to the bender. Now, this one, it's got to go the opposite way. So, it's looking like I'm going to have to feed this in backwards. Because, you have a look in here, there's a nice big step behind it. And I'm not going to get that in there. It's going to be way back. There's double the distance there, so if I feed it in backwards I'm still going to be pushing it because of this clamping bar at the front, but I'll get a bit closer. Yep, it's still going to be a couple of mil too low. I'll deal with that, sort it out later. I know exactly what I can do. First thing I need to do is move this light out of the way. And let's give that a shot. That's about it. That's almost perfect. This next step's going to be a little bit difficult because I need to put it in to mark to cut the length, but it's not going to sit down onto the battery because it goes all the way back. So what I need to do is mount it in, get an approximate, a guesstimate if you will, which if I cut it about there I should be safe. Now I'll take this back out, I'll cut that and get on to the next step. Okay, I've cut the length, and in the grand scheme of things it looks about the right length. Now I can sort out where I need the hole in the end, and that post is pretty much vertical, so that's pretty much exactly where I need it. So I'm just going to drill a hole in the end of there, and that's done. The thing is though, I don't know whether you can see, there's a gap under the front. So now I need to create maybe a dog leg bend there at the front, just to pull that down a bit. It's only a couple of millimeters, but it's going to make a massive difference. So I put a bit more bend back into this angle, and then I bend it a little bit here. You see it's not straight there. So now it sits flat on the top of the battery, and it's close, but it's not actually touching on that bracket there, which means that once I put a bolt in there, it's actually going to pull that down. Once I get one in there, this thing ain't moving. Ooh, that doesn't sound nice. Sharpening. Right, now we have the main piece done. Now I need to bend that little bracket we were talking about earlier. So obviously first thing, mark out the hole. Alright, hole. Schmutz in the way. Now, it's getting dark outside, so I went out and fitted it, butted up against one side of the battery, and then marked the other side. I don't know whether you guys can see that mark there. There it is. So that's where the back edge of this bracket needs to be. Now, that is 23 millimeters. So, figuring this is 3mm thick, that means I need to put a bend about 20mm in from the end of here, so the hole will match up. I can, and I probably will, elongate that hole so it gives a bit of movement. Let's see how that goes. Drill that hole before I bend it, because it's going to be easier. Alright, well there's my bracket. Hole drilled in it, bent. Now, you probably can't tell from there, but if I get a square on it, that's not square. Now, there's a reason, I don't know whether you can see that, but it's definitely not square. Now, there's a reason behind that. Once I put this onto the upright pillar bolt, I'm going to have a nut underneath it, basically so it doesn't just fall away. That'd be pointless. And then obviously a wing nut on the top. So these two are going to be sandwiched together. Now, you can probably see it there. I put these two together like that. That's not square. It's because this edge here is going to push back against the battery and clamp it even harder. Here's another quick tip. When you're using things like belt linisher or a bench grinder or even a grinder and you're holding the work in your hand, have a bucket of water nearby. That way it gets hot. Cool now. Pick it back up. Keep going. Oh, back on this. Give it a nice coat of just flat black paint. And I've put 10mm mud on here with a little flat washer on the top. That's going to support that. Oh no, there it is. Okay, that's going to sit there like that. Bolt in that. So that clamps the front side. And once I do up the wing nut back here, I should have a flat washer there too. That's clamped, well, sort of clamped onto the. I might need to elongate that hole just a little bit more. just so I can get a bit more bite on it. It's not really clamped. I mean, it's clamping down, but still not clamping down far enough. So I might even have to take that nut down a little bit. That's a nylon nut, so it's not going to be easy to take down, but take it down a little bit further if I can. That should get a bit more clamping surface. Going to clamp down a lot harder. It's actually pulling it up here. That tells me it's clamping on my back edge. Yeah, I should be using a socket here, but I had this handy. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not clamped down 100%. You can see it's still a little bit of movement there, but as I said, I'll elongate this little semi-bracket there and push that in, and that should clamp it down fine. I've mentioned elongating the hole on the little sub-bracket, so I could first of all figure out a way to clamp it, which means I sort of have to clamp it in the vise like this, and then I hope it doesn't move while I spend 20 minutes filing a hole, or you could just move it. So I've got a spacer there, it's a big washer, it's about 3mm thick, so if I put that underneath the bracket, that spaces it up from the jaw. Now if I hit this from here several times, technically what it's going to do is move the bend, but it's also, in doing that, it's going to move the whole 3mm approximately this way. So let's give that a shot and we'll see how we go. That moved, so it didn't move evenly, so I'll just realign it in the vise. Maybe a few more hits on this back corner, there we go. Nope, it just slipped again. This is not the best vise in the world. Actually need to do something about that because it tends to cock sideways very easily. Even when I've got the piece right in the middle. End up with this. Probably can't tell on the camera, but that sort of jams in there. Whereas this end, it's nice and free. So even right in the centre of the vise, it's still not right. The problem with that, back here, I can't get in there, but back here, this edge here is worn, which means it tends to cock sideways. Fixing that, not the easiest thing in the world because it's cast iron. So, time being, I just need to make do. I mean, this vise cost me like 30-40 bucks I think, and I got a 3-foot high pedestal to go with it. So I'm not complaining. I moved again. Really cock it sideways. Now, in that treatment, it's actually folded the wrong way to what I want. You can see, probably, that's not square, it's beyond, way beyond square. I want it back the other way, so what I'm going to do is just put it in there lightly. kind of worked, but not entirely, so what I'll do this time is put that washer back under there. Doing. I did say the vice is not tight, but that worked. Okay, let's try it. See how that goes on the car now. Really bad time of day to be filming because the sun's like right there. Okay, I haven't moved anything else. That nut's still bound. Put that back on there. Put that back on there. Now that already feels tighter. And I've lost my wing nut. Found it. It was in on the bench. I must have taken it with me when I took the bracket in there. Still didn't really have the desired effect. So I could either try that again and move it over a bit more, which, you know what, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, I gave it another go, moved it over a few more mil. You can see, it's slightly loose there like that, but it's not tight yet. Let's tighten that up. I don't know whether you can see it properly or whether I can get you in here to see it properly. But let's try from the other side. Okay, light's not the best, but watch this here. Here, as I tighten up this nut. See it pull up? So now, no movement. That's what we wanted. Battery bracket done. I just got to tighten up now. Well, I tightened that down, didn't I? Yep. Done.